In the bar where I work, we have regulars who come in very early, as soon as we open. These guys could spend significantly less money on booze from the store and just sit at home drinking it on their own. But they choose to get up, get washed, get dressed, come to the pub. Even for those that don't really speak much to other people, there is still a subtle sense of community. It would be noticed if someone isn't here or if they get too drunk. Once, one of our regulars collapsed and we had to call an ambulance for him. What would have happened if he'd been drinking at home alone? Maybe I am part of the problem by serving them. Of course, if we don't serve them, they would just go elsewhere. At least we try to keep them as safe as possible. I had a pair of regulars that I lost in a short time span. The first one was David. Dave used to work in the construction industry dealing with asbestos. When he was young, he was installing asbestos. Then when he was old, he was removing it. David would drag this huge-ass oxygen cylinder into the pub and park himself into the bar alongside Eric, his ever-faithful drinking buddy. They would sit for hours giving me shit about everything, from me starting going out to the gym to how I poured their beers. David eventually succumbed to his asbestos injuries one night in November. I saw Eric only once after that, on Christmas Eve. He was somber and didn't have the same smile as before. We poured a beer for David, left it there. I found out on Boxing Day that Eric went home that night and suffered his last heart attack. Rest easy, boys. Don't worry. I'm still a joke. There was a sweet old man who used to come in occasionally and order a beer. Always just one. He would sit in the corner and leaf through magazines and keep to himself. One day, as I was chatting with him, he said he was celebrating. I asked what for, and he said his cancer had graduated to terminal. He said he was a beer drinker all his life, but being on treatments, he almost always felt too sick. Now that he's terminal, he's going to stop treatment and just live the rest of his time doing what he enjoys. He thanked me for always taking good care of him. I think of him often, and I don't even know his name. So I decided to move to a bar that closes early, where regulars are few and far between. I think one of the biggest misconceptions about bartending is that we don't have a purpose beyond entertainment. I believe we are witnesses to our communities in so many ways. We see first dates to engagements and weddings and funerals, and it all comes full circle. We keep people safe when they drink too much. We listen when they need someone to listen. On my first day, 4 old guys ordered drinks and some food. Merely walking away from putting their kitchen order in, I hear the clink of their empty glasses. I go back to them and they say to go ahead and put in another round and more food. They are laughing so hard, they are having a great time. Rinse and repeat their order for several hours. I don't even have to talk to them. We just nod and I take the empty glasses and plates and refill while they tell each other their stories. That table made me believe in so many possibilities that I had not considered. Maybe the best night of my life could happen well into my 70s. Maybe my problems of the day didn't matter on the scheme of things. In the end, what we all want is to share our table and spend good time with friends. And I can be part of that.